the session isn't like usually there's a session timer going. I don't know, but maybe it doesn't matter.
Try refreshing it. I was having trouble seeing it on Twitter or on Twitch as well, but now it seems to be working.
Okay, it's on now. Yeah, cool. All right. Audio bouncing for you?
Yeah.
Cool.
Are you doing the app mention, or do you want me to?
I didn't do it yet.
Okay.
If you can.
Yep, I'll do it.
All right.
Hey.
What's up? Welcome to episode 52 of Galaxy of Beeroes. On today's episode, we drink some local beer from Ascension Brewing. We share our GAC results and our latest boosts and boasts. We dive into all the news that came out literally the day after our last recording, and we make some predictions about the new Galactic Legends, which undoubtedly will be foiled tomorrow when they, release all the information that we speculated about before the episode comes out on podcast. So it is what it is. Brick, how's it going?
Good, man. We need to head over to the cantina. What do you think?
Let's jump into the cantina. I forgot the best part of the intro. Let's jump into the cantina. How could I forget? All right, our first beer in the cantina from Ascension Brewing is called Meow Ganada. I hope I'm saying that right. Meow Ganada is 6.5%. Let's crack it open, then I'll give you the rundown.
All right. My handy dandy fridge. Which is to my immediate left. That's a good crack.
It was. Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Nice tangy aroma.
Ooh.
Holy shit. Damn.
Got some grapefruit.
Oh, that hit you real hard. A little salty.
I like that.
Very tangy. Very sour. Mango. I'm getting mango for sure.
Some kind of
It's very smooth. Very smooth too.
I'm
Some
tasting
kinda
grapefruit. I don't know.
Grapefruit, I think, is definitely in there too. I don't know if they use grapefruit, but I'm getting some grapefruit notes on the back end too. It's really hard to describe. There's so much to it. Anyways, it is they describe it as a feline-inspired sour ale brewed with citra, mosaic, oats, and milk sugar, conditioned on copious amounts of mangoes, blended with chili lime salt. So there's the salt, and I can taste a little bit of limes. Maybe that's the citrus we're getting to. And chamoy, which is tangy fermented fruit sauce. So, yeah, good stuff going on there. I've actually never had a sour quite like this. This is very unique. So I would say, fuck it. I'm gonna give it a 6 star, 6 out of 7.
Yeah, I'm liking this, man.
It's real good.
I'll go 6. I'll go 6 too.
Yeah. I might put a Zeta on for uniqueness too. I'm gonna put a Zeta on the unique.
Ah, I see what you did there.
I really enjoy the design of the can too. Let me turn it the right way. Some cool artwork going on there with a swirly little kitty cat.
Yes.
With some mangoes operating, I think, as ears is the idea there.
Oh.
And the artist is Dubbed Design, Greg Willett, for the can design on this, if you're interested.
All right.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, that's tasty, man. Go ahead.
I was gonna say Ascension Brewing is out of Novi, Michigan. They don't have a story on their website. I even tried to get one from them, but they didn't have one written up in time for me. But that's okay. I've been there quite a few times. It's kind of near the 12 Oaks Mall area. I mean, there's not a whole lot over there really besides industrial stuff. But it's a cool little spot. Pretty tiny when you go inside. They have a nice patio that you can eat and drink out on. Really cool people. The head brewer there actually was the guy that taught me a lot about home brewing because he used to work at the homebrew shop that I frequent, and then he got picked up by Ascension a couple years later. Just good people.
No kidding. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, food's awesome. So yeah, definitely out if you're in our area.
That's crazy.
All right, let's jump into some boosts and boasts. What'd you boost it this last 2 weeks?
I did quite a lot, man. It was eventful 2 weeks for me. So I unlocked Jedi Knight Revan, first off.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
So he's currently sitting at Gear 8, but gave him 2 Zetas already, the lead and the unique Zeta. So been using that team a little bit, put him on defense a few times in GAC, and haven't done a whole lot else with it yet, but
yeah.
Still they're going to be my next gearing project. I Gear 12'd Scion and Traya, which was cool. So got them to Gear 12 finally. Nihilus is the last of the trio I need to work on, so
me too.
yeah, he's getting there. I think he's Gear 10 or 11, probably 10. And shit, I don't know how many shards I am. I'm 6 star still with him. Oh, 51 out of 100, so
that's not bad.
Yeah, getting there. Not too bad.
I'm quite a bit behind you on that one,
okay.
Unfortunately.
Then I decided to relic up Echo and Arc Trooper. Brought them up to R5, so now all of my clones are at least R5. Well, the gas clones. So Arc, Echo, Rex, and 5s are all at least R5, and 5s is R7. So my gas, I'm really getting really close on General Skywalker being 7-star finally. I'm 80 out of 100. So after next territory battle, I should have a 7-star gas, and he's ready to go to Gear 12. And this week, I'm going to start chipping away at trying to farm his Gear 12 finisher pieces, or the Gear 13 finishers, I guess.
Nice.
Along with some relic material. So hopefully, as soon as I get him to 7-star, I can just immediately get him up in relic. Because that's going to make a huge difference in GAs.
Oh, yeah.
In every game mode. Everything.
Totally.
You know? And
well, I mean, they're so huge in light side Geo, so you know.
Right, that'd be great. Because I suck at that territory battle. Honestly, it's
you can make for getting us some cam shards, maybe.
We'll see. What's up, Boski?
Oh, Boski's here. What's up, man?
Welcome.
I was gonna say you can only clear 4 waves, but the 4 waves you can clear are the cam mission.
Right. I'm just
I don't know how many. I
hyper-focused.
actually don't even know how many waves that is because I've never done it.
Yeah, don't you need... Isn't that the one you need shock for?
Yep.
Don't you use a shock lead?
Yep.
Um,
Gas doesn't seem to do very well in the light side geo.
yeah. Well, way to rain on my parade. Debbie Downer over here telling me the one thing that gas isn't useful for.
But you can use him in a Jedi Knight Luke team, and he destroys. So.
Okay, are you just trying to stomp on my nuts? Like, because I don't have Jedi Knight Luke either.
You're gonna get a Malik soon, though, so it's okay.
Yeah, you're just trying to humble me. I see what's going on here. Is this because I was bragging last night on the stream so much? So yeah,
I'm also for the 5th time.
I'm also well, this would be the 6th technically. We're working on Night Sister Spirit as well with my Cantina Energy. I just like. I don't know. I'm just being selfish here. I just like Night Sister Spirit, and I want to get her into the mix. She just hits so hard, and
yeah,
I just enjoy that character. It just seems more fun than Talia, though. A lot of times Talia, her mass, so she does an AOE heal that also removes debuffs from your team, which is huge a lot of times. You know, especially using Night Sisters against. Like Grievous, you can get target lock out of there. Like, that is literally the only thing that Talia does. And she provides some second or third rate healing for the team, I guess.
Yeah.
But I just like Spirit. I don't know. I want to have her 7-star, so I'm doing it. And then after that, I'm just going full on farming relic materials so I can get gas relic in quickly.
Yeah. Yep.
The final thing I did is I 7-starred my Malevolence. What's up, Solo? How you doing, man? 7-starred my Malevolence. I'm sorry.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that was...
And that thing is, like, so wicked once you do that. It, like, changes. I mean, Malevolence is so good at even 5-star, but when you get to 7-star, it's like, holy shit, I was missing out before.
Yeah, dude, it was huge. Huge.
You can really start playing around more and not having to worry about reinforcements as much, pull as many Vulture droids in as you can, you know? It moves faster. It's just cool.
The damage boost is noticeable. The climb for arenas has been so much easier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so...
The only ones I struggle with anymore are the mirrors of mine. Like, some of them have, a 7-star Mal, but, like, relic bugs, and they're also pulling MILF in first. Mm-hmm. The AI is, at least. So those ones get a little bit dicey. Like, I might lose one a day to that team. But the negotiators are just, like, slicing through butter, It's super easy.
Yeah, it's a godsend. How about you? Did you do any, you get any boasts and beers?
Yeah, I didn't do too many noticeable, like, cool boosts. I had quite a few last week or 2 weeks ago. I did Gear 12 Treya, and I, after knowing that I couldn't really do much against bugs in Territory War, I threw the Leadership Zeta on her too. So I want to make sure that that's a viable option for me going into Territory War, going to GAC. I got Scion up to Gear 11. Probably have him to Gear 12 by the end of the week. And then Nihilus is still kind of floating around Gear 7 or 8. Mm-hmm. But I did do some good mod work on him, so he'll be good to go once I can gear him up. The biggest and more important one that I did, though, was take Shak T from Gear 12 to Relic 3.
Ooh.
And that's going to be, like, to help me in light side Geo. And then my clones are kind of, like, slowly coming along side project wise, and then once I get gas, they'll be the priority. I just wanted to make sure that I could finish getting the Sith trio ready to go before I focused on the clones and whatnot, because who knows when that event's going to come. It could be a month from now still,
Yeah.
And we're thinking it's going to probably drop Journey Guide because it'll be a year after its initial release. So
I was watching the Reality Skewed Gamers Saturday night or Saturday morning stream, or I guess it's a YouTube live stream. But I was watching that, and one of the panel scribe on the panel was thinking that it may be coming back like this week, but potentially. I don't know what he had to
just cadence
support that.
Just where it's been last time.
Yeah. And Jedi Knight Luke would be coming like the following week or something like that. I don't know.
I'm okay with that too.
But yeah, we'll see. Anyway, is that all you had?
Pretty much.
That's big though. That's nice.
Not a ton, but important stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. I say we get into some hard meat. What do you think?
Let's do it.
You need some meat in you?
I'm starving.
All right. Here it comes.
The hard meat.
All right.
Let's do more of this. What is that? Is that a ukulele?
Yeah, that's the most adorable.
I need a ukulele version of the hard meat song.
Yeah, Boski is absolutely right. You getting Gas, Jedi Knight Luke back to back would be a killer BB&B.
What if I get my first Kyber in that episode too?
Whoa! Hey,
we're getting drunk, boys.
Mm-hmm.
It's not gonna happen.
I won't
Kyber's
even.
just not. It's not for me.
I likely won't even be here because my wife will probably.
You'll be in labor. Like, I've got nobody to announce this to.
How great would that be? You have your best your best BB&B ever, and I'm just I'm MIA.
I'm pulling Jacob and Schnapps, and we're gonna have an episode without you.
No, you should. I mean, I'm not. I don't know what I'm gonna be. What my availability is gonna be like, at least for the first.
Bring the baby on the show. It's fine.
So. Oh yeah. Well, infants do sleep anywhere, so
Yeah. Yep.
Why not? Just on the bar while Dad gets drunk and talks about Star Wars with his friend. Dad of the
Gotta break
year.
him in. Break him in.
So, as always, as soon as we finished our episode 2 weeks ago, CG released. We're getting 2 new Galactic Legends. We're getting.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, which is crazy. We're getting Jedi Master Luke and Sith Eternal Emperor.
Gleep.
What's that?
We call him Gleep. Galactic Legend. Eternal Empire Palpatine. Gleep. Gleep.
Oh boy, I've been hearing the term Sheev a lot. What is the fuck is the Sheev? What does that mean? Have you heard
Sheev
that?
is his first name, right?
That's his name?
Sheev Palpatine. Yeah.
Okay.
Sheev.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Like, people keep referring to him as the Sheev. I'm like, is that a title? What is that? That's like somebody being named Dave. They're like, the Dave. The Dave. It's like, what? What the fuck are you talking about?
The Brick.
The Brick.
It's a nickname, so it's okay.
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, it's crazy. So the Galactic Legends are here, and then we also got a new character too as well released in I guess preparation for that. We've got Piet, or how do you say it? Do you say Piet? Piet.
I think it's Piet.
Piet. What have you?
I really think what was going on there is they built the Luke, together, and they figured out who they wanted to put on it, and then they were like, oh wait, if we put Palpatine out and we don't have a character that's not farmable, people are going to be pissed. So let's put a character in there that's not farmable yet.
Yeah.
So we can make more money off of it, because they're going to make a ton of money off people that are chasing Luke, because there's 2 characters in there that aren't farmable.
Right. Well, I think it's
Palpatine.
Similar cadence to what they did with the Resistance heroes with Rey, and releasing the new troopers for Kylo as well. The new First Order troopers, the Red Trooper, and who else? I don't know. This is why I wanted to have them pulled up. I don't remember exactly.
I guess my issue is that so Mon Mothma and Chewie and 3PO are both not farmable.
Yeah.
Right now, but then you only have Piet that's not farmable.
Right.
On the first round, there might be some new stuff coming for the second round.
I've got to believe there is. Yeah, I think they didn't balance them out perfectly in that sense, because they haven't released. There's got to be another character coming, I think.
Another dark side character
for the dark side. Yeah.
I would think so. Otherwise, it's an imbalance of money making opportunity for him.
Yeah. Well, let's get into it. So Jedi Master Luke Skywalker, Old Man Luke, Hermit Luke, green milk drinking Luke.
I hope that's one of his abilities, is like him drinking green milk.
Me too.
I want one of them to be him milking, and then another one him drinking the milk.
All he does is drink it, and then he does that good old hand wipe, Does he do a hand wipe? A sleeve wipe? I don't know. It feels...
I just watched it, and
right.
I don't know if I...
You weren't paying attention during that great scene?
I was trying to see if it was a better viewing experience. I'll just say with a different experience, and I will say it was. I experienced it a little bit differently, and I was enjoying it more, I think. So maybe that was the key that I missed out on, was not putting the proper balance of chemicals in my body.
I see. Yeah, that'd be interesting. I'd probably have a different take on it too, had I
made it, because the storyline's kind of all over the place.
Yeah,
it seemed like it worked though. I was like, I kind of like this.
Yeah. Okay, so Jedi Master Luke Skywalker. I am sure you guys have already heard what the requirements are for it, but if you want to be reminded, so you need Mon Mothma Relic 5, 3PO and Chewie Relic 5. So the two most recent marquee characters that were released, Obi-Wan Kenobi Old Ben Relic 5, Rey Jedi Training Relic 7, and C-3PO Relic 5. So that's the first 5 characters that you need for Luke.
I'll say I'm not mad about those first group, because
a
lot of people, including myself, already have a Relic 3PO and a Relic JTR, because you've had to have had it for the other thing. Mine's not Relic 7, but I could get it there pretty quickly. Kenobi Old Ben, I'm gonna have to take him to relics with Jedi Luke, so that's fine. That helps my team anyways. And then Mon Mothma and 3PO and Chewie are just like cool new characters that, like, are pack a punch and are different and are things we're gonna need anyways. So like, I'm not mad about these ones really at all. Yeah. Besides the fact that I can't farm the 2 on the top. So
yeah, I think these are definitely 5 of the more reasonable requirements for Luke. I've got to imagine there's some bullshit coming in the releases coming up soon.
Did you think through what you think is going to be the next group yet?
Let's do that after we go through Sith Eternal Emperor. So his requirements, Admiral Piet, the new character, Relic 5, Royal Guard, Relic 3. And that's kind of where you can see there's a mixed bag. So like, all of the characters for Jedi Master Luke are Relic 5, and then Rey is 7. They have more duds here with the Sith Eternal Emperor with, the lower relic levels on the more random characters like Royal Guard, which I guess isn't random, but like, I don't know if anybody's really stoked to relic their Royal Guard. No. I'm sure there's some content creator who's like, no, I'm the Royal Guard guy.
I already have Royal Guard. Relic 7, easy.
I was thinking about that. I love that. I love that there are certain content creators that like they just have a character that's like, it's a part of them. It's like it's their thing, like. And
they theory craft around just that character,
or they just have them relics because they like them or something. Like Ando has I think a Relic 7 Plo Koon, and he always talks about Plo jobs and stuff. He has fun with it in his channel. But then there's like, I think his name is I think it's Rayrock, or no, Rambam. I always mix them up. Rambam, he's like this huge mace proponent, like always talking about mace, and he has a relic mace, and make mace great again or something like that is like his slogan or whatever. But there's got to be somebody that has who's huge into Royal Guard. But the reason I bring this up is because I think we both need our own shitty character that we just are attached to for absolutely no reason.
I already got mine.
Well, you already have yours with Wedge. Yeah, you are the Wedge guy. I'm not the. I don't have.
Getting old, man.
I know. Maybe I need to do some. research here. I mean, I love the troopers, but am I going to make an entire faction my? And there's already people that have troopers. I can't really claim
you
to
gotta
be
pick
the
something
trooper
that's
guy.
unique and random. I would say.
Yeah, I'll have to ponder.
I'm the Lobot guy.
Yeah, I think somebody's got that anyway. Okay, so we didn't get through all the requirements. So again, Admiral Piet, Relic 5, Royal Guard, Relic 3, Darth Vader, Relic 7, Emperor Palpatine, Relic 7, and Director Krennic, Relic 4. Wah, wah. But in Boski, Rose is quite unique and random, but I'm good on all that.
Pass.
Hard pass. Brick hard pass. But yeah, so like in that group, I think it all makes sense, other than Krennic. But I mean, Krennic makes sense from good point to bring up Rose. You need to have some dud characters in there some regrettable relic requirement like Director Krennic. I'm sure somebody has a huge boner about it and is excited, but
Maelstrom, our old guildmate.
yeah, right.
He loved Director
He loved
Krennic.
him some Director Krennic. But yeah, so like I can imagine for the Jedi, there's gonna be some horse shit in there, definitely. Like I think Farm Boy Luke's a pretty obvious choice.
Yep.
Going with the prior versions of Luke being required. Darth Sidious probably.
Sidious
for
is
Emperor.
definitely gonna be required.
That'll be a requirement.
I can see Savage being a requirement just because of like the Sidious Savage stuff in the Clone Wars.
I like that. I like the idea of all of his apprentice being required. Even Maul would be cool, or Dooku perhaps. But I don't know. Would any other characters that you speculate are coming out for either one of these?
I can see a Saj in there somewhere because of a little bit of the relationship in the Clone Wars. Probably not Maul, but that could be one too.
We got a new character, probably.
Really, definitely gonna get something new. Yeah. But for Luke, you're spot on though. I think Farm Boy's gonna be in there. Any of the ones that like have not been reliced up that were like involved in the story, I think are gonna be there too. I thought Lando might, but now that Lando's in Jedi Knight Luke, it's probably not going to be also in the next Luke.
Are we going to get a veteran Lando? That's needed.
Vet Lando, that would make a lot of sense actually.
Yeah.
Because he comes and fucking saves the day in the last one, but
right. Boski asked what the worst relic required character for all of the Galactic Legends is so far.
I would say
Pilot. Yeah,
I would say so.
Or Rose, that's a rough one. Well, Pilot too. Yeah, Pilot's trash. Pilot has a ship. I don't know if it's any good because I don't fuck with the Radis or the Resistance in general. But
I have the ship 7-star or like enough blueprints for it, but it's like not gonna upgrade it.
Yeah,
there's no point.
As far as like new characters or additional characters that would be required. I don't think, and I've heard a lot of different people have different takes on it, and there's been a lot of spirited debate on the topic. But a lot of people there's two camps. You either think Jedi Knight Luke is going to be required, or you don't. For Luke's unlock. What do you think? You think he's going to be needed?
I don't think that actually.
I don't either. I really don't. I don't see how that makes sense. I don't think that. Making that, I mean, because essentially, if you're saying that Jedi Knight Luke is needed, you're kind of saying fuck you to all the younger accounts out there, and really what I think is the coolest thing about these new Galactic Legends, is that it's two new factions. It's two main characters where you could pick a path. I'm gonna go the Sith route or Empire route, or I'm gonna go. If I'm going to go for Jedi Knight Luke, I go for Rebels or Jedi with some Resistance mixed in there. Like, it gives you more freedom to kind of pick a faction to focus on, and it gives you more flexibility for maybe you just like Sith or Empire characters more, or maybe you have more of them already that you're working on. To put like a huge character like that, like Jedi Knight Luke, who already has all of these built-in uh, relic requirements, I just don't think that is.
Hard farms too, long hard farms.
Yeah, and with the
Because
get,
there's nothing equal that they could put on the Palpatine to make it the same.
see
There's
what
no
I've
there's no
heard.
grind that's the same.
Another thing I've heard is that General Skywalker may be required for Sith Eternal Emperor,
Mhm.
which again I think would be crazy. I mean, I would have an easier time potentially believing that over Jedi Knight Luke, because you don't have to relic all of those characters. I mean, it helps.
It's nowhere
But-
near the grinding difficulty. Like the event is difficult, but like it's nowhere near the grinding difficulty as Jedi Knight Luke is.
Yeah.
Not difficult, but like long. Like
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't difficult for me because I already had most of that shit already. But like, if you don't, like, it's gonna take you a long ass time to get there unless they're selling packs of Wampa,
Yeah.
packs of these ones that are hard to get. So,
Yeah, I don't think
Remember
people
Yoda.
could be stuck behind a get one currency roadblock unless they plan to, make those farms easier in some way or another. I just
Yeah.
don't see how they could have both of those characters, or at least Jedi Knight Luke, required for this. I mean, it would make sense from thematically. It would, and it totally makes sense, but I don't know. I think that would really suck, because right now I like the galactic, that there's two new galactic legends coming into the game, and they both
Yeah.
look pretty cool. I don't
Yep.
know what Luke's gonna do, but I think so far the early requirements, just if you were to judge the early, what we have so far, what if you're considering going for one, which one are you considering go for, or are you considering even going for one of these?
Same as the last one. Like I thought I would go for the last one more than I did, and I kind of gave up on it. I'm not gonna go for either immediately, but Jedi Master Luke Skywalker is the one that I would go for because it fits what I already have going more, I think. Even though I probably should go the other route for balance, but I'm going to need to get, like I said earlier, Old Ben up to relic level. Like JTR's already gear 13, 3PO's already relic 3, and like I do want to like push Mothma and Chupio once they become farmable. So like that's things that I want to do anyways, and it's gonna fit like the requirements. So like that seems more doable for me than the other route. Because why would I spend any time doing Royal Guard who fits into no team, Piet who fits into no team? Like Vader and Palpatine, I have no problem taking them to Relic 7. Krennic, what am I gonna do with him? I don't have Death Trooper.
Yeah.
I don't have Short Trooper. I don't have like the troopers to go with it. So it's like building a whole nother set of teams that really, what am I gonna do with? I mean, they're gonna be good, but like, do I need to? It's not gonna fit what I'm doing right now. It's like a totally new route.
Yeah.
You?
Early on, like initially, I kind of went back and forth on it. I like Jedi Master Luke. I like the requirements so far. I think more. I think having a relict Mon Mothma, 3PO, and Chewie sounds really interesting. The early on indications are that those teams are pretty solid, or those characters are pretty solid, and I don't have a ton of great light side stuff, so I'd rather invest in these newer characters than, I don't know, some of the early requirements for Sith Eternal Emperor. But the other side of me is I don't know if I'm going to go for either one of these, honestly, yet. In comparison to, well, now we have 4 choices, which these 2 Galactic Legends are more attractive to me than the first 2 that came out.
I agree. Yeah.
I like Kylo Ren a lot. He's one of my favorite characters in the series, but I don't really get stoked when I think about, oh yeah, I'm gonna get First Order Stormtrooper, relict, and
Yeah.
all of the supporting cast, Hux, and I mean, sure, they're cool.
Yep.
They're cool enough characters, I guess, but there's just a lot of unnamed troopers in there that I just. Red Trooper fucks shit up by all accounts, but I don't know. I don't
Well,
have.
it's really not in the game, or not in the movie that long. You know, it was a
Yeah.
very small portion of that last movie. You know.
Yeah. I don't. I don't know. I don't. And then Resistance, I don't really. I'm not super stoked about Resistance. I mean, I like the characters in the films, of course.
Right.
I like the sequels, but the sequel trilogy and everything. But well, 2/3 of it, and yeah, I don't know. I definitely feel more of a connection to these two Galactic Legends than I do the first two, and I'm gonna wait till definitely we get all the requirements before I make a decision
For sure.
if I'm gonna even do one, because that's another thing that I haven't heard a lot of people talk about, because you and I are in a more, I think, unique space of the game, or I guess we're in the lower tiers of the game compared to a lot of other content creators for the game. We're in Division. I'm in Division 2. You're in Division 3. We're pretty close
Yep.
in GP. Right around the 4 million range, or 3.9. And for us, we just have a different gaming experience than
Yeah.
most of them do. Like for us, it's not like a Galactic Legend or bust. Like you don't really have to do the Galactic Legend thing if you don't want to. Even people that are experienced, like the Nev from the Escape Pod cast was talking about it, that he's just not going for him. He doesn't like the characters, and he's not going to go for them, and he doesn't plan to. He doesn't plan on getting these Galactic Legends. Now, the only downside to that I can see is that you're not really going to help your guild per se as much as you could. If Master or Jedi Master Luke is hugely beneficial for the light side territory battle, then that's huge. If he's that's extremely helpful.
You get to a point where like you're in P4 of that, and you can't beat any of the waves without having one of them be stuck. So
right. I mean, it could be totally like a game altering character potentially, and I mean, I could see that being sort of one of the downsides of not having a Galactic Legend. But when you look at GAC, if you do go for a Galactic Legend, the amount of relics that you're investing in just to get these characters is going to put you and match you up with more people, or people
with
that
those
are
characters.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
At least you would think that a lot of these people already had relic characters before getting all of these Galactic Legend requirements, but there is that batch of hyper-focused people that are coming up eventually, that those may be their only relic characters.
Mm-hmm.
So they may be sneaking up from behind, so that could bite you potentially. But overall, I just don't think it seems the way that the GP matchmaking goes for GAC is that you're taking the top 80 or top 65 or whatever, and generally it's gonna play out to where people with Galactic Legends are facing other people with Galactic Legends.
Yeah. They're gonna have to make a new division up there at the top for sure.
Right.
Not just split like a whole new division, like a Legends division or something, because there's so many people who've been playing this game since release that are in Division 1 that are basically screwed. Like obviously the matchmaking is going to be different because you're not going to match up against people with 4 Galactic Legends, but it's still going to be totally skewed for like how you rank in the each one of the divisions and whatever they call it for when you're in Kyber and Erodium.
Yeah, they got to figure something out for sure. I don't know what exactly that would look like or what it would achieve, but I don't know. It's something that I haven't really thought of, but it totally makes sense. The idea of not going for a Galactic Legend, it's not a requirement. You don't have to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just so many other things to work on in this game. Like I'm already feeling like I'm already still feeling like I'm just filling out some of the key meta teams that you need, or
Same. Yeah.
like we just all
not even meta, but the ones that like you need to have to be competitive in GAC or to like take down teams in territory wars.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, we're how many years into this, and we're just now working in our Sith trio. So
Right. I know it's crazy. Like we've put them off for so long, but they're such great characters that. But that just goes to show how many other characters there are that are useful that we need in the game. You know, like it's just easy to put things off. But Boski in chat said, "I'm so off from Galactic Legend. I feel like I'm going to shoot for getting both epic confrontation characters before I do a Galactic Legend." Yeah,
totally.
I get it. I get it, man. It's a huge undertaking, and it's very focused. You know, it's a heavy investment in one particular faction. I mean, I will say one thing about the Galactic Legends that I do like so far with what they've released. I do like that there is some crossover between the two or all of the Galactic Legends, like, or overlap. I guess you could say, like needing JTR at Relic 7 for Luke. She's obviously also needed. I forget what relic level, Relic 5 maybe or something. Yeah. Maybe Relic 7, I don't know, for Rey, because neither one of us have the Galactic Legends, if that's not apparent, of the existing ones. So I like that they did that. I've got to imagine there's going to be some... Well, yeah, Palpatine. Palpatine is... Hey, Thisk is raiding. What's up, man? Thanks for popping in.
What up?
Raiding with the party of 9. Thank you. Thank you very much. We're just doing our podcast thing here. So, so Palpatine, there's overlap there as well. That's cool with Kylo, right? Or no, it would be again with Rey, right?
Yeah, with Rey. Yep.
Yeah, because she's a Palpatine. So yeah, I thought that was interesting. I like that side of it. So I guess we'll see. Did you have anything else you wanted to talk about regarding the Galactic Legends? The new.
Not really. I mean, I think it'd be fun to like do more speculation on like kits and stuff, but I'm not ready for that today.
Yeah. And we probably aren't going to get kits anytime soon, but
they're going to tell us tomorrow, probably. It won't be relevant. So
right.
So that's what happens.
And then Admiral Piet was released, which I don't know how far you want to. I don't even actually want to read like kit descriptions.
Nah, it's been around for a while.
Yeah, cool. Just I guess just name like. Do you want to go over like the roles that he's assigned and sort of like?
Yeah,
that's highlights cool. If you want.
Sure.
The Thisk bus has arrived. Docking to load some wonderful galactic tourists on the Eternal Galactic Tour. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
And for those of you new to our channel, we drink craft beer while we talk about Star Wars. And today we have Ascension Brewing, and we're drinking one called what's the name of this? Meow Ganada. So it is a very tasty sour ale.
Yep. Cheers.
With mango. So yep.
We talk about Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. And also Star Wars. So
Galaxy of Heroes predominantly, and then we also do some other Star Wars talk too. So working our way through Clone Wars, almost done. I know Brick wishes there was 5 or 6 more seasons of that coming up for him to watch, but
yeah, we're doing a full chronological viewing of all Star Wars video content, and we're in the Clone Wars animated series at this point. So
got through 6 seasons so far.
Sorry, go ahead. Admiral Piet.
Admiral Piet is dark side support leader, Empire Imperial Trooper. He provides stacking buffs for Empire teams. His move Inevitable Failure helps turn a defeated ally into an asset. Strong synergy with Empire teams and Darth Vader. If you have troopers and you probably already have a good Vader and probably already have a good Palpatine in Thrawn, that's a good other character to add into it. So it's not one that I'm going to be going after. They did say, though, they're going to make the farming of him a abbreviated schedule, so he'll be available on shipments quicker than normal, so that they can use him for the Galactic Legend chase. So
yeah, I like that. That's smart.
Yep. So in squad suggestions, they do say that Palpatine, Imperial Ambition, and Marked are considered debuffs which trigger Palpatine's lead and provide his allies with turn meter. Using Vader to increases potency that'll help Vader land many debuffs. And then Thrawn is good too because it's an Empire unit that can help build up the squad's turn meter with ebb and flow, which we all use all the time. And then Shore Trooper is recommended too because, again, provides more turn meter. So just going to be a lot of moving and going, but also just good in a trooper team. So
yeah, I don't know when he would fit into the farming, my farming schedule. I mean, I have okay troopers, but
yeah,
I don't know if I want to break up what I've got going or invest in him yet, unless I'm going for a galactic legend,
right?
You know, going for Sith Eternal Emperor, or that wasn't it. That's not the name of it. Sith Eternal Emperor. I was right. Okay.
Gleep. Galactic Legend, Eternal Empire Palpatine.
Yeah, let's just add as many, you know,
more acronyms.
More acronyms.
Longer acronyms too, not just like Rolo, but like let's add a fifth letter to it.
We need more consonants as well. Just, you know, just. Oh yeah, Greek. Yeah, that's a great character. Galactic. He's a really good. I really like my galactic character.
I like the
solid.
three T's you added to the end of that too.
Yeah, you got to. I mean, that's important. So people know what you're talking about.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so yeah, he's coming into the game. Well, he's in the game, I guess. Early on, I haven't seen too much gameplay with him yet. I know that actually I was watching Fruit Ninja Mike last night briefly, who's a pretty. I think he's leading the GA Center. He's at the top of the leaderboard right now. But he has them at like gear 8 or 9, but he's been using them with troopers a little bit.
Yeah.
And also the Gambit podcast just had Fatal from the Playbook on, and he has Piet as well, and was using them with troopers, I believe. So.
Okay.
But haven't seen a ton of gameplay, but we'll see. Maybe something worth investing in at some point. But, all right. So, yeah, that's that. Let's do our GAC recap. What do you think?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. How was your GAC? It's been 2 weeks since we cast. So,
yes. So we didn't go over either one of the weeks in the last one. So, yeah. Obviously, because it's been 2 weeks. I went 2-1 in both of them and 4-2 overall in my main. Yep, that's how weeks work. But I did make the championship in this last one. And if you were watching last night, you saw that I basically lost it for myself by going in with a team I shouldn't have. I used Empire against CLS, and I thought I could outspeed him, and I didn't. I had to go in a second time and use Wampa to clean up. I cleared, but wasn't able to be efficient enough. My opponent basically went all offense. His defense was pretty weak, and he cleared me all one shot underman. So I lost by about 25 banners. And it was because of my screw up. So it's okay though. I still took second because I had cleared. I think cleared or almost cleared all of them. So I had the banners to still take second in that one. With this latest round and the one before that, I'm getting some new holds where I wasn't before. My 73K crew team is getting weird holds. I don't know why. Nice. People underestimate them. It's gotten me 2 or 3 holds. I've been using a wedge lead rebel team, which is a relic wedge with big. Say that again. A relic wedge.
Okay, all right. Just
with a gear 12 verify. Biggs, a relic 3 Rolo, a relic 3 Lando, and a relic 3 Cholo. It does get beat in one shot sometimes, but it is getting me like 2 attempted, so that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the alt is 5-1. R2D2.
Nice. Very nice.
Yep. How about you?
I went 5-1 overall these last 2 weeks. So I won this most recent week, or round, I guess.
Yeah.
Or a week 2.
It was a week.
3 wins in a row. It was pretty anticlimactic though. The last 2 wins that I got, I made it all the way to the championship. My last 2 opponents, neither one of them attacked, which was super annoying.
It's crazy, yeah.
Because I've been doing a lot of preparation for GAC lately. I wrote up this it's sort of a, I guess, a grid. Like it's a spreadsheet that shows my defenses and then the possible. Well, I guess it shows all of my teams, and then it shows all possible teams in my GP bracket that my opponent might have. So then, before the matchup starts, I scout their roster and look at their .gg history, and then sort of map out what they use. What teams they predominantly use, and if they use them for offense or save them for defense, and I try to figure out if they have any tendencies about what they generally set on defense or overall what their overall strategy is for GAC. So I've been investing more time into it, and I was really excited to see how I held up against these folks. And it went really heavy defense all 3 rounds, which is fun. I actually also, as some secondary content on our YouTube, I released, it's called GAC Condensed, which if you're bored, check it out. It's on our YouTube page. It's just called GAC Condensed. It's where I talk about I show my entire defense setting strategy for round 2 of this week 2. And then I showed my attacks in the attack phase, and then I show you the outcome of what, if I was able to predict their defenses, and if I was able to get the win, and I did. So that was kind of cool. Even though they didn't attack, which was anticlimactic. I think bastards. They were scared. I don't have any.
I think so too. It was just
to say otherwise.
You just like put them into submission, and they're like, I don't even know what to do.
Well, like
there's no point even trying.
One thing about I jumped into Division 2 this time around, so that's new for me. And I what I learned from it is that I now have my geo counter with Treya. It worked well for non-Gear 12 geos. Like if they were scattered to Gear 12, my Treya worked okay. But they failed in round 2, which didn't end up mattering because I still got the 1 attempt, I believe. Mm-hmm. It just was dicey. I got it down to like 1 character maybe.
Yeah.
But what's nice about that is that now I have more freedom. I can use my Night Sister team, which was normally my hard counter for geos. I can put them on defense. I can use them for offense against Grievous or something like that. Like, gives me a lot more flexibility, and also my Darth Revan team, which isn't great yet. I only have part of the team together, but that again was just basically a glorified Geo's counter, and it's just overkill. And now I can use him. I can put him on defense or something. Just change it up, or save him again for offense.
Flexibility.
Yeah, it's been huge. So it's nice that a plan is starting to pay off and starting to give me more roster flexibility and kind of allocate my resources in different ways. Which honestly, I think if either one of my last 2, and I'm not just saying this to be cocky or something, like if my last 2 opponents attacked, they would have lost. Like I just countered them. I knew what they were going to do. I predicted their defenses to a T every time, and I knew what they were saving for offense. And I don't think they would have come close.
But that defense you had in that 3rd round was wicked. Like there's no way they could have beat what you had there. Not clear you. They may have gotten like down to like maybe 1 or 2 teams left, but they wouldn't have cleared you.
Yeah, like I had Padme on defense, which is one of my strongest teams. I had Grievous and who did I have on bottom?
Gas.
Yeah, I had Gas. I had Gas
on
and
the bottom.
Grievous on bottom.
Yeah.
So I mean, just those 3 teams alone would be a lot for my opponent to have to deal with, and they'd have to be perfect. And they historically had set soft defenses overall in the past, and they did the same thing. That's a strategy that I used to use as well, but just trying to approach it in a different way and try to be more think outside of the box a little bit, I guess.
Brick hard plan.
Yeah, I like it. I've always liked attacking my opponents and being more of a chameleon in a way, like, or I guess maybe not chameleon is the way, like more adaptive, I guess, not doing and being unpredictable, like if somebody looked at my GAC history, they wouldn't know what the hell I'm gonna do. Like, what am I gonna do for defense? Am I gonna set something crazy? Like,
there's no way to predict it because you're always doing different stuff.
yeah. So I like that. That gives me power. I feel like in the matchup, but.
No, we did talk about making some Grand Arena Championship merch. So I think I got the idea for the first one.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say there's a brick hard plan. There's gonna be just a spreadsheet down the rest of the shirt with like 30 cells.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of time. I'm hoping to streamline it, but I can get it done fairly quickly. Oh, Boski's watched. Oh, thanks for watching the video, Boski. I appreciate it, man. He said he thought it was pretty cool. It was cool to see an in-depth breakdown of a round from start to finish. Good. I'm glad. Because I feel like
you don't get that out of the stream because we're just showing you our battles.
Yeah, and like you sometimes see it because some content creators like the Chain Gang, which I've been watching a lot lately. If anyone hasn't checked them out, that's cool. It's put on by the Escape Podcast. They start with I think generally Rico, 1982, because he's from Holland, I believe, or somewhere in Europe, and they raid into the next content creator, and they go all the way up until the cutoff for GAC and beyond, probably. But the nice thing about their videos is that typically when they're attacking, the result is already, they're attacking within, some of these people are attacking like a half hour before the attack phase ends, so
it's too stressful.
Right. Well, you're generally seeing, the outcome at that point.
Yeah.
But I like the idea of doing, each phase, trying to make it, kind of short and sweet. I think it's maybe a half an hour video, something like that. So like, just showing a condensed version of GAC, and hopefully if people like it, I'll keep doing it. I can't do it for every single one, but
why not? What do you got going on?
I've got this baby thing coming out of my wife soon, so it's a thing that's happening in my life. We drinking another beer?
I mean,
unrelated.
I already drank a second of the first one.
Oh damn! Okay. Man, I've just been flapping my lips over here.
That's cool. I've been drinking beer over here, so.
So yeah,
all right,
I'm excited, man.
The next will be fun. Next beer will be fun because it has absolutely no description besides a Fest beer style lager. It's called Fest and Chill. So Fest beer is Oktoberfest, basically. So.
Okay.
And what better time than right now, beginning of September? Cracker. You already cracked her?
I already cracked her.
All right.
Oh. That is a different.
Oh, it's totally different than the last beer.
Yeah, that's a different experience.
I gotta probably drink half this before I can start tasting it.
Right. Definitely getting Fest tastes.
Yeah. Malty. Very caramel. Kind of light. But it is also like 5.8% or something like that. So
I'm not crazy about it yet.
A little bit of punch.
I think I need to adapt.
It's not a good one to have right after that pretty potent sour. So
yeah, I didn't think I liked sours, but like every sour we've had on the podcast, I've really enjoyed.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I guess I'm a sour guy now.
I love sour beers, man.
That's my thing.
I gotta start doing some on the homebrew rig. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we were working on an upgrade on the homebrew rig, and it went moderately horrible. We bought a new burner, so the new burner, if you homebrew, is puts out more BTU. So the idea is that you can like warm your shit up quicker because you got more power going out, more flames all over the place. So what we had to do is cut a bracket off the brew rig and put a new one on. Seems simple. You just chop one off, put a new one on. The fucking steel on the rack of our homebrew rig has got to be like solid 4 inches thick. We just couldn't drill through it. So we got to kind of go back to the drawing board and get it welded on. So I was planning on brewing like today or tomorrow, and I can't now because my burner's gone. So.
That sucks. I got the old one off, but no.
Which coincides with harvest of my hops, which might go to waste completely because I don't have my rig ready to go. So I'm not quite
rough,
sure.
man.
I could probably still rig it up so it would work, but it'll be a lot of like picking up and putting stuff down. It's pretty heavy. So.
And in chat, let us know how your GAC went. By the way, if you guys want to shout out what you're doing, how your 2 weeks have gone so far, how season 10 has gone.
So they tell us it's season 10.
Allegedly. Everyone else says it's 11, but...
Kind of 11. But
right.
Officially, it's 10.
All right. Double drops. Oh,
yeah, we had we had
got
2 weeks of double drops, so that was kind of fun.
Thanks for the follow, Fingers88. Appreciate it.
Hey. We had Cantina double drops on the 29th. What did you focus on for that?
What did I focus on? I think I just did 3 refreshes for Spirit.
Okay.
I spent 300 crystals, and I've just been hoarding crystals now.
I stayed up till 11:30, and I bought 3 refreshes at night, and I bought 3 refreshes right after it switched. So I had like whatever that adds up to, and I just went ham on relic mats, especially the last blue one, the like one that's kind of hard to get. So I was able to get about 150 of those, which is nice because those are hard. I just went all out on relic mats for that. So
I was smart. I probably should have done that, honestly. Boski went 2-1 in the last 2 rounds. Nice, not too bad. Did well in the first 2 matches, but am clearly out. Was just clearly outclassed in the finals.
That's me.
Sometimes it's funny. Like sometimes in the finals, you get just somebody who they shouldn't even be in the same bracket as you. They're just clearly they think about GAC a lot. They put a lot of time and energy into it. This may be an alt account for them, and this is like, they're very knowledgeable about the game. They know what they're doing. And then other times it's just you just end up with somebody who, I don't know, either got lucky, got good RNG, good matchups, and it's you're on a level playing field, but just depends. I don't know.
I felt like this last one for me, I was on a level playing field. I just kind of like had a which I can't really blame anybody but myself. Like he obviously could have one shot all of my teams, and he did, and I just wasn't efficient enough. So
well, like you said, in the first week you think you took out the strongest player in the whole pod.
The first matchup was like the hardest guy, so yeah.
Which is again, he was probably like, "What the fuck happened?" Like I was expecting to win this thing, and then I lose, and
you don't know Darth and GAC. I have my own podcast about Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes.
Man, I hope you make Kyber this. No pressure.
He'll watch our stream and be like, "How did I lose this guy?" He has no idea what he's doing.
I mean, you're poised, man. If you get the feats done, and if you can pull off, if you can go at least 2-1, maybe sneak in a 3-0.
Yeah.
One of these next 2 weeks.
I'm mad that I missed that Juhani one, the one that we did yesterday on the stream for you. Mm-hmm. But there was no way I was going to be able to like beat that Grievous team with Juhani in there. So it's whatever.
I mean, I think I don't think the feats are worth it if it's gonna if it's going to impact potentially the outcome of you winning, having a 2-shot it, it's not worth it.
Not worth it. On the 5th, we had double drops for Fleet.
Real quick, these double drops, these are for Galactic Legends, they're saying.
Right. So, they're not just random.
Yeah. So we've been getting...
I do actually like that they're spacing them out. Like previously, I don't know if it wasn't on the last Galactic Legends, but like, when they celebrate something, it's usually like in a week.
Yeah.
And like you just lose your crystals and then you can't really do anything at the end.
Yeah.
I like how they're spacing them out like once per week so that you can replenish your crystals and then not have to worry about it. So that is smart.
Fleet nodes. I was farming a piece of gear for Fleet node double drops. It was for I think it helped me get Treya to gear 12 if I remember correctly.
Okay. I did a few refreshes on the Rebel Y-Wing
with Grief
node with Grief. Yep.
Nice.
So I think I got like 6 things of Grief, and then I think I only got 2 Rebel Y-Wing blueprints on all of my runs, which is stupid. And then I really got hosed when I was trying to go for a gear piece, and it was like ridiculous. I was getting none of them. I did like the same thing. I stayed up late and did 3 refreshes right before the switch over, and I did 3 more. And I think in like 25 attempts, I got 2.
Oof.
It was crazy.
Brutal.
Very, very upsetting at that point. I was like, fuck this.
Right.
So,
yeah, so then we've got light side battle node double drops on September 12th. And then we've got mod battle nodes on the 19th.
yep.
And dark side battle nodes on the 26th.
Most excited for mod battle nodes, to be honest.
I am too at this time around.
Yeah.
What I'm doing for Gas is, so since he's only gear 11 right now, because he's only 6-star, when he becomes gear 12, not only am I hoping to get him to 13 and relic up to relic 7 immediately, but I'm also hoping that I will have enough saved up mod material to give him all 6E mods simultaneously.
Nice.
So that would be a huge boost.
Definitely.
But we'll see.
I'm so bad at like hoarding the mod, materials, because like I can put these on anything and I just like it'll immediately boost that character. It's hard for me to like hoard those. I should, because same thing. I'm gonna have 2 really good characters hopefully in the next 2 months. So
I normally am not good at saving it either, but this is the first. I'm turning over a new leaf. I was so unprepared with Gas. I didn't have any of the Zetas. I could only get him to 5-star at the time because, well, I guess that's what he unlocks at, because I didn't have any get 1 saved up. But now I'm trying to be a good boy. I'm trying to focus.
I got 51K get 1 right now, so
damn nice.
It'll get me close.
On the alt, I've got like 13K. I'm just sitting on now because I'm just cognizant of get 1 being valuable. That's one of my biggest pieces of advice to any player of any skill level, any GP level. Just do not spend your get 1 currency. Just don't. Yeah. Just hold on to it.
Yep.
The gear is not worth it. Maybe you want those 10 stun guns. If you're sitting on a stack like Scrooge McDuck, maybe you buy some stun guns if there's 10 of them. But other than that, I don't know. I don't think it's
not worth it.
It's better
save
to
it for the stuff. Save it for the good stuff.
Yeah, Hermit Yoda, Wampa, Gas, Malik. Those 4 characters alone. I mean, that's
pretty much all you should be using it for, really.
Yeah. And you need...
Once you have those characters, then you can use them on stun guns, but no.
You need about 70K per character. Well, 70K for Malik and 70K for Gas, right around there.
The exchange on Wampa and Hoda are different, though.
Yeah, it's a little better. Yeah, it's a lot better, actually. But anyway, still valuable. Still need it.
Yep.
All right, I guess that's it for that segment. Do you want to do a little Star Wars in general?
Yeah, so
let me do
I don't know if you had a chance.
Music.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay. Tell me when it's not playing.
We're just gonna keep playing the whole song if that's all right.
What song is it?
From YouTube. It's from XPX.
Oh,
it's Southbound.
Okay.
And we had our little transition music, or our transition scene with Boski's actually in that one, and nice. Battlefront Line.
That's right.
Which is a play on, I don't know, not play on word. Yeah, I guess it's a play on word.
Life in general.
An MXPX reference, old punk band. Anyway, go ahead.
So, since we're not reviewing Star Wars content today, there was a pretty interesting article though that came out in the last week or so from GQ. They had an interview with John Boyega, and they've done an interview with him before. And I think it was when Force Awakens had just came out. So it was the last time they talked to him about like Star Wars and whatever, and his like view on race relations. Because in his last interview, which I read before I read this new article, he was talking about Force Awakens, and then he had just done the Detroit movie, which was about the Detroit riots, which kind of enlightened him more or less to like the American experience with race relations, because he grew up in Great Britain, so a little bit different experience over there. But I definitely highly recommend this new article. It's called John Boyega, I'm the only cast member whose experience of Star Wars was based on their race. And the way that other publications kind of like build this article is that he like just went hard on how bad Star Wars was to him. And it's really not like that. It goes into depth with like his experience as an actor in general, all the different like roles he's had. It goes into how his story influences family. But really the Star Wars end of it, it's not really like faulting the franchise a ton, but like the way that he experienced being a part of it when it was happening, just like the fan reactions and the visceral that he faced, because people would say things like, I'm boycotting this series because you're in it, there shouldn't be a black stormtrooper, was really soured him to like the whole experience of like promoting the movies where like, Daisy Ridley didn't have to experience anything like that.
Right.
None of these other big name actors had to experience that, but he did. And then he also did kind of rip a little bit onto how he was treated after The Force Awakens, because he was brought in as like, it seemed like he was going to be like a hero of the series.
Yeah.
And then he was just like kind of set aside for this like sideshow in The Last Jedi. And then they had to bring JJ back in to kind of clean it up. But he really didn't get the due that he thought that character should have had, because partly he thinks it was fan reactions and Disney kind of like kneeling to that or trying to like sugarcoat like what he could do.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a really good article. It's very long. So if you're going to get into it, you're probably going to need a good half hour to read through all of it. But it's a really cool kind of story, and gives you a look at like what these actors experience, because Hollywood does have a problem with being able to show nuances with actors of color, where they feel like they can do it easily with white actors. They knew how to make Rey happen, they knew how to make Kylo happen, but they didn't really know how to like show the struggles with Finn. And with like Rose could have been a good character, it just didn't turn out to be because they put stories that were stupid, for these characters. So, they don't give them things that they can develop themselves. It's like a sideshow all the time. So that's kind of his point of view on the whole thing. So,
and I read, I couldn't read the entire article, but I did read some of it. And I honestly, prior to reading this article, I thought that after The Force Awakens, like in The Force Awakens, I thought they were setting up a love story between Finn and Rey.
I did too.
I think that's what most of us thought.
Yep.
And it didn't seem like they were just, friends, or they had some type of connection that was, just, I don't know, sort of innocent. But it came off in a way that it was like, he's Force sensitive, and some way or another, the way that he cares about her, it's more than just friends. And then, the Rian Johnson effect happened, was what I blamed it on. Came in and just kind of sabotaged that entire plot line, and then introduced Rose, and then, then they started to kind of more develop the Kylo and Rey relationship or interactions more. And I chalked it up to just poor storytelling, in The Last Jedi.
Yeah, pretty much.
But, was there something more sinister, or is there something? Was it financially motivated? Did they not think that a interracial story, or interracial love story between Rey and Finn would be something that they could make happen or be successful in a Star Wars film? I don't know.
Yeah.
Possibly. It could be. I don't think anybody has definitive proof to say, yes, this is why. But, it seemed like in John's sort of his take of it, that was kind of like you said, they knew what to do with Adam Driver and Daisy's storyline, but with mine, he definitely got derailed in The Last Jedi, and I think JJ did his best to try to salvage what he could. They did introduce, a new character, Lando's daughter, who had a small part. Well, we think she might be Lando's daughter. I don't know.
Yeah.
In Rise of Skywalker, but I don't know. It's just the
Jana.
Yeah,
It was a weird way of bringing her in though too. Like
Yeah.
it didn't really go anywhere. It wasn't really necessary. Like she did cool stuff, but like there was no storyline really developed on like why she was there and why she wanted to help and all that kind of stuff. It's just like
yeah,
it always seems like it's not like a predominant focus of the franchise to make them seem like they're hero capable. And if one of your lead actors and like important characters in the series feels that way too, then I don't know, there might be some truth to it, whether it's intentional
Right.
or not. It's all about perception. When people have these kinds of things, it's like that might not have been their intention, but that's their perception, and for them that perception is the reality.
Mm-hmm.
So he didn't get to like enjoy it the way that the other actors did, because, and it's not necessarily Disney's fault, but like the fan base, some of the people in that fan base, man, are just horrible.
There's
And it's
so
like that
many
for
shitty-
anything.
Yeah,
But it's like, get over it, man. Like
Yeah.
they don't. Not everybody is you. Not everybody looks like you. Like
Right.
this world is very diverse, and like let stories happen from all people. It's crazy.
right. And unfortunately, racism doesn't. It's not excluding or excluded from nerds. Like the nerd community. You think?
Yeah.
I mean, my friends have always been, people that I know. I've always been quote unquote a nerd and a Star Wars fan, play Dungeons and Dragons and things like that. And I feel like we've always been a progressive group. But if you go to any forum of any kind,
Yeah.
you see
Yeah.
people that you think are a lot like you. Some of the things that they say and yeah, racism is not dead. It's alive and well, and it's it's
And it has
crazy.
so many more forums now to flourish, unfortunately, too.
Oh yeah, everybody's got a
crazy.
voice for
Yeah.
whether they deserve it or not.
Yep.
But yeah, it's God, I was gonna say something about Star Wars.
I would recommend reading both Boyega articles from GQ, actually. Like read the one from 2017
Yeah.
when the last one came out, and then read this one, because like the story of like how he got cast into the role, and like when he first met with J.J. Abrams the first time around, it was a really cool story. And like he talks to Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
So I would read both and read them chronologically too. It's cool. He's a very smart dude, and I wish him well. And he had to like feel like that,
Yeah, for sure. I remember what I was gonna say. So one thing I was gonna say is that also I think part of the problem with Star Wars is the main characters are always going to be, or the people that I think that the characters that people are most invested in or talk about the most, or there's the most publicity behind or whatever, marketing campaigns, are the people who have a lightsaber and the people who have like powers and shit.
Yeah.
And Finn doesn't have any of those. He was starting to, and it felt like in The Force Awakens, but they just squandered that in The Last Jedi, and just kind of did away with it. And they're like, "Oh no, you're not Force sensitive. You're just gonna hang out with Rose and go to a casino and do some stupid shit, and then you're gonna come back in this movie and you're gonna have this like, fun dynamic with Poe, and then you're gonna."
But even like the hero scene that they gave him when like they're in the sand desert or whatever with all the with the big cannon, and he's trying to like sacrifice himself. Even then, like they didn't let him be the hero.
Right.
Like you don't want him to sacrifice him because you're going to lose him for the rest of the story. But like it was just so corny the way that whole thing happened.
Right. Yeah, I mean it's interesting to hear that kind of stuff. I definitely need to read both articles. The latest one was I just didn't have the time, but
yeah, I was just kind of like thrown off though when it first came out. Like he ripped Star Wars a new one. I'm like, I don't think he really does. It was more about like that it didn't turn out exactly how he thought it was going to turn out.
Yeah,
and it was definitely like race played into how he experienced it because of like the fan base. So
right, yeah, it's interesting, man. Especially in the climate of everything.
Yeah,
what's going on right now in the world? It's good to read other people's perspectives and try to experience understand their experience, versus just assuming it's what everyone else's is,
Yep.
Well, I guess that's about it, man, for
It's the end of our stuff. Yeah.
podcast. So I hope we can do another one. Baby Hardmeat is due on September 25th, and we plan to record in 2 weeks. So
I don't think you're not going to get
before that.
You're not going to get the 25th.
My wife thinks, my wife thinks she's going to have this baby sooner. So
yeah.
Our first son was early, but who the hell knows? Nobody knows.
For her sake, really, because that can't be any fun right now.
No, man, she's super uncomfortable. She's a trooper.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's really hard.
Yep.
But if I'm gone, that's because we've got another baby. So, and I'm sure you guys will keep doing stuff until I'm back and figure something out.
We'll figure it out.
But thanks for listening, everybody. Thank you for rating. Appreciate it, Fisk, definitely, and anybody else who joined along. We appreciate you. Why don't you take them out, Darket?
All right. Don't drink and hyperdrive. Follow us on all the social media. We have Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Patreon. Take care of yourself, and hopefully maybe next time that we talk, we'll be able to share some baby Hardmeat stories.
Yes. Have a good night, everybody.
All right. Take care.